welcome to tonight's recap of The Bachelorette.
It's hometown dates week. It's the week we've been waiting for.
Have we?
Yes.
First, let's give a quick little recap of the 4 guys that are left.
Well, Chris, I like him because he's courteous.
Jeff is edgy, he's unique, he's special, and he's different from everyone else.
Which means his mom probably rubs lotion on his butt every night.
Probably.
And Ari, he's a race car driver, and I always wanted to be a race car driver's wife. That's why I almost married Ricky.
It's so Talladega.
Yeah.
And then Sean, he was the first one out of the limo.
Pretty
That's
much.
pretty much it. No, I'm just kidding.
Alright, so Chicago with Chris. He's Polish. Did you not know?
A very big focus of the hometown date.
Right. The two of them are just so awkward.
Yeah, there's no chemistry there whatsoever.
When they met with the family, they totally had the Last Supper setting where they were all sitting on the same side of the table. How fitting.
Jesus?
How fitting that it's the Last Supper.
Alright, so Mom and Dad were totally on board with Emily.
Because they want to get rid of him. They're tired of him.
Mean.
I'm sorry.
Well, his sister Renee was like, yo, if he's not the one, you better dump him ASAP.
Cut him loose. Chris breaks down and tells her he loves her. Not just that he thinks he's falling in love with her, but that he hardcore loves her.
So, it's time to bring out the Polish band and dancing.
You gotta love those hats and lederhosens.
They are really serious about being Polish.
Great. Okay, so it's off to Utah with Jeff.
He's got this huge ranch.
Yeah. When she arrived, they jumped in this ATV. He drove like an idiot. Then they shot off some guns, multiple guns. They did a little skeet shooting, some clay pidge. She's so hot with a gun.
That's what Jeff said.
Yeah. She kept saying how nervous she was, and all I could think of was, ooh, she's probably got diarrhea.
Oh! All right.
The parents aren't even there.
They're doing charity work.
Charity work, aka missionaries. All right, he's got a huge family. I'm suspecting they're Mormons. They have huge families from Utah, I'm just saying. They kind of tap dance around the whole Mormon issue, I think, which was really kind of crappy.
It was weird.
Yeah. Do you guys have the same values? It was just so weird.
Yeah.
Steve the brother is head of the family while the parents aren't there.
It was kind of weird that they didn't Skype the parents, because I remember in past seasons, if someone's parents couldn't be there, they'd have them, like, call them or something.
Right.
But now with Skype, like...
It's so simple.
It's like you're sitting in the same room with
Exactly.
them, so...
Unless they didn't want to sign a release or something, which, you know, this might be more likely.
Well, to end the date, he wrote this letter when he was on the plane on the way back from, I think it was Prague.
Mm-hmm.
And...
It was the most amazingly romantic letter ever. He had me at hello.
You need to calm down.
I loved it.
Settle down.
I loved it. Then they performed lie down kissing. The kissing is out of control this season.
We don't need the close-ups of the tongues touching. Okay? It's too much.
Too much. Alright, so off to Arizona with Ari. I always wanted to be a driver's wife. I always pictured myself as a driver's wife.
Alright, well naturally they went driving.
Of course. Then they had a make-out picnic. And she finds out that his dad is a driver. Not only a driver, but he won the Indy 500.
More than once.
Twice. Alright. Mom's kind of a bitch, though, so watch out. He kind of warned her. He was
did.
like, she's kind of a bitch.
Yeah, so they go hang out with Ari's family, and the family starts speaking Dutch in front of her.
How rude de la la.
That's really awkward.
Awful. So the mom pulls her aside. What happened with Brad? I watched your TV show. How do you say? And I wanted to know. You got proposed. How does this happen? So she's like, yes, ma'am.
Would you like to perform the whole show?
I would. I didn't ask the right questions. Like, are we the same? No.
Anyway, his family pretty much loves her,
Yeah.
and she'll make a great trophy wife.
And he is ready to propose.
He is.
Oh! Alright, so final destination is Texas. Don't mess with Texas. And Sean and his 2 young pups.
I love those pups.
They were awesome. They had a picnic, and what was served? Wine and tongue.
Stop with the close-ups!
All right. So they're at the family little McMansion, and we find out that his little cousin or niece has Kensington Palace there.
Seriously? Oh my gosh. Are Kate and Will's living in the back?
I don't know, but their freaking little doll playhouse was better than our whole house.
I wouldn't be surprised if that house had plumbing.
Yeah. All right, so apparently they're a family of jokesters because...
He's like, Emily, I need to tell you something.
I still live at home. She's like, great.
I'd love to live here too.
And then in the aside, she's like,
Yeah. So then he pulls her inside and he's like, this is my room. And then he pulls out this one. I really wish my mom would have picked up before we came here. And I was like, ah!
And he had a lot of stuffed animals too, which she was not happy about.
Fine. What really bothered me was all the crumbs and like half-eaten cookies. What?
He's joking. It's
he don't
okay.
Live at home.
All right, so Dad totally likes her. This whole situation was so boring that they had to manufacture the little jokesters. And I think this was pretty contrived too. At the end, when the date was over, he had to chase the car down so he could get one last kiss. Or she forgot her diarrhea medicine.
She's just been so nervous this week.
I know. All right, so a little chat with Chris Harrington. Chris Harrison.
Back in LA.
Yeah, which could have been the 5th hometown date because there is a story out on the net. Look it up. That Chris Harrison is who she chose.
I would believe it.
I know. So she had 4 great dates, but Chris puts the ice pick in and twists it when he says, but Sean doesn't love you.
No, he didn't say that.
He said he didn't tell you he loves you. All right, so it's time for the rose ceremony. Ari gets the first rose, of course.
Yep. Then Jeff, and then the final rose went to Sean, which means Chris is the sorry lad this week.
And he is freaking out. He is pissed.
He was angry.
He was kind of an ass about the whole thing. He just kept saying how shocked he was, and he even yelled at her a little bit. He was like, how much faster could it have been moving?
I told you I loved you.
When, you can't argue. When you've been rejected, there's no going back. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So, next time, they're going to Curacao.
Timothy and the K!
Woo!
Philippe.
She's scared. You know what that means. More Imodium. Alright, so the little snippet at the end was the old Sean's family being pranksters like they know how to do so well.
They pretended that they were going to serve steamed armadillo.
Was that a real armadillo?
I hope not. That'd be really sad. It looks kind of rubbery.
I hope it was fake because it didn't look like it was squished like roadkill. So, till next week, much love.